Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic, gestational diabetes. If you're a mom or planning to get pregnant, pay attention. This condition may seem harmless, but if it's not well monitored, it can lead to serious complications for both you and your baby. Imagine that while you're preparing to welcome your little one, an invisible risk might be lurking. Gestational diabetes can increase your blood sugar levels, which can affect your baby's development in concerning ways. One of the biggest risks is neonatal hypoglycemia, which can make the newborn sleepy and have difficulty feeding. And that's just the beginning. If you're not careful, you might face challenges that could have been avoided. But don't worry. In today's video, we'll explore everything you need to know to protect yourself and ensure your baby gets a healthy start in life. Stay with us and learn how to face this challenge with confidence. Before we dive deeper into understanding what gestational diabetes is, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The upcoming videos will bring valuable information that can help with your health. Gestational diabetes is a type of diabetes that happens during pregnancy. But what exactly does that mean? Let's break it down. When a woman is pregnant, her body goes through many changes. One of the things that changes is how the body handles sugar, which is important for providing energy. The sugar from the food we eat turns into glucose, which is a source of energy. For this glucose to enter the cells and be used, we need a hormone called insulin. During pregnancy, the woman's body needs to produce more insulin to help control glucose levels. However, in some women, the body can't produce enough insulin or doesn't use it properly. This causes glucose levels in the blood to rise. This condition is what we call gestational diabetes. But why is this important? When the mother's glucose is high, it can pass to the baby through the placenta. And this can be problematic. If the baby gets too much glucose, it can grow larger than normal, which can cause complications during delivery. Also, an excess of glucose can cause the baby to produce more insulin, and after birth, this can result in problems like hypoglycemia, which is when the baby's blood sugar drops too low. It's natural for pregnant women to worry when they hear about gestational diabetes because it can bring complications for both the mother and the baby. However, it's important to remember that with proper monitoring and lifestyle changes, it's possible to control this condition and ensure a healthy pregnancy. Some factors can increase the risk of developing gestational diabetes, such as having a family history of diabetes, being overweight, or having had diabetes in previous pregnancies. This means some women are more prone to this type of diabetes than others. That's why it's essential for pregnant women to have regular medical checkups and tests. The diagnosis usually happens between the 24th and 28th week of pregnancy when the doctor may request a test to measure glucose levels. This helps identify if the woman has gestational diabetes and, if necessary, begin treatment. Understanding what gestational diabetes is the first step in taking care of your health during pregnancy. If you're expecting a baby or planning to get pregnant, it's crucial to know about this condition, its implications, and how to keep it under control. Remember, with the right support, you can have a smooth and healthy pregnancy. Now that we've talked about what gestational diabetes is, let's dive deeper into the risk factors and how they affect pregnant women. Risk factors for gestational diabetes. Now that we understand what gestational diabetes is, let's talk about the factors that can increase the risk of a woman developing this condition during pregnancy. It's important to know these factors so that pregnant women can take better care of themselves. First, let's talk about age. Women who become pregnant later in life, especially those aged 40 or older, have a higher chance of developing gestational diabetes. This happens because, as the years go by, the body may have more difficulty producing insulin. Another important factor is weight. Women who are already overweight before becoming pregnant have a higher risk of developing gestational diabetes. This is because excess weight can make it harder for the body to use insulin properly. Therefore, maintaining a healthy weight is essential not only to avoid diabetes but also to have a smoother pregnancy. Family history also plays a significant role. If someone in your family, like parents or siblings, has diabetes, your chances of developing gestational diabetes increase. This means that if you have a family history, you should be even more attentive to signs and get regular medical checkups during pregnancy. Additionally, women who have had gestational diabetes in previous pregnancies are at higher risk of developing the condition again. This highlights the importance of monitoring your health after pregnancy and having regular checkups. Another situation that can increase the risk is in vitro fertilization, IVF. Women who undergo this type of treatment have a higher likelihood of developing gestational diabetes, possibly due to hormonal changes and weight control issues. Eating habits are also crucial. Diets high in sugars and simple carbohydrates can contribute to elevated blood glucose levels. A balanced and healthy diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, helps to keep glucose levels in check. Last but not least, a sedentary lifestyle can be a risk factor. Regular physical exercise not only helps control weight, but also improves the body's sensitivity to insulin. During pregnancy, it's essential to engage in safe physical activities recommended by your doctor. Knowing these risk factors is an important part of taking care of your health during pregnancy. If you fall into any of these categories, don't worry. With proper medical monitoring and a healthy lifestyle, it's possible to minimize the risks. It's always good to remember that every pregnant woman is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. So, having open conversations with your doctor and following their advice is crucial. In the next section, we'll explore how gestational diabetes is diagnosed and which tests are necessary to monitor the health of both the mother and the baby. Diagnosis of gestational diabetes. Now that we know the risk factors for gestational diabetes, let's talk about how it is diagnosed. Diagnosis is a very important step in ensuring the health of both the mother and the baby, and it usually happens between the 24th and 28th week of pregnancy. The first test that a doctor may request is a fasting blood glucose test. To do this test, the pregnant woman must fast for at least 8 hours before the blood sample is taken. This test measures the mother's blood glucose levels, and if the levels are high, it could be a sign of gestational diabetes. If the result of the fasting blood glucose test suggests there may be a problem, or if the woman has risk factors, the doctor may order a more complete test called the oral glucose tolerance test, OGTT. This test involves several steps. Our initial blood draw. First, the pregnant woman has a blood sample taken to measure her fasting glucose levels. A glucose intake. Next, she drinks a beverage with a fixed amount of glucose. This drink is very sweet and might be a bit nauseating, but it's quick to consume. Additional blood draws. After 1 hour and 2 hours of drinking the glucose solution, more blood samples are taken to measure how the body is handling the sugar. The results of this test help determine if the woman is processing glucose properly. If at least one of the glucose readings taken after the glucose intake is above normal levels, this confirms the diagnosis of gestational diabetes. It's important for pregnant women to take these tests calmly and follow the doctor's instructions. If the diagnosis is positive, there's no need to panic. Gestational diabetes can be managed, and many women go on to have healthy pregnancies. After diagnosis, proper monitoring is essential. The doctor may refer the pregnant woman to a nutritionist, who will help create an appropriate meal plan. A balanced diet is crucial to controlling glucose levels and ensuring both the mother and baby stay healthy. In addition to diet, strict blood glucose control is necessary. This means that the pregnant woman may need to monitor her glucose levels several times a day using a device called a glucometer. This allows her to know if her levels are within the appropriate range. Having gestational diabetes may seem scary, but it's a challenge that can be overcome with support and knowledge. Medical monitoring, a healthy diet, and physical activity, always with guidance, are the best ways to maintain health during pregnancy. Effects of gestational diabetes on the fetus. Now that we've discussed the diagnosis of gestational diabetes, it's time to understand how this condition can affect the baby. It's crucial to know that when the mother has high glucose levels, it can impact the fetus's development in various ways. First, let's understand what happens when the mother has hyperglycemia, which is an excess of glucose in the blood. This glucose can cross the placenta and reach the baby. As a result, the fetus receives more sugar than normal, which can cause it to grow more rapidly than it should. This excessive growth is known as macrosomia, and babies may be born weighing more than what is considered healthy. A larger baby can bring complications during childbirth. The delivery process may become more difficult, increasing the risk of cesarean sections or other interventions. Additionally, the excess glucose can cause an increase in amniotic fluid, a condition called polyhydramnios. This can also complicate the birth and increase the risk of problems for both the mother and baby. Another important effect is neonatal hypoglycemia. When the baby is born, it may have a high level of insulin in the blood due to the excess glucose it received from the mother. After birth, when the baby begins feeding, its glucose level can drop quickly, leading to hypoglycemia. This condition can be dangerous and requires careful monitoring, and in some cases, treatment in the neonatal ICU to restore proper blood sugar levels. In addition to immediate complications after birth, research shows that babies born to mothers with gestational diabetes may have a higher risk of developing long-term health problems. These include conditions such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and hypertension in childhood and adulthood. These risks highlight the importance of controlling glucose levels during pregnancy. Of course, every pregnancy is unique, and not all babies born to mothers with gestational diabetes will experience complications. The difference lies in proper monitoring and control. With a balanced diet and glucose level monitoring, many women can maintain the baby's health and prevent complications. Therefore, even though gestational diabetes presents challenges, it's possible to have a healthy pregnancy and a happy baby. The support of healthcare professionals, such as doctors and nutritionists, is essential to ensure everything goes well. Complications of gestational diabetes for mother and baby. After understanding the effects of gestational diabetes on the fetus, it's important to discuss the potential complications that may arise for both the mother and baby during and after pregnancy. Proper glucose control is crucial to minimize these risks. Complications for the mother. One of the main concerns for women with gestational diabetes is the risk of developing type 2 diabetes later in life. Studies show that women who have had gestational diabetes are more likely to develop this condition after giving birth. This happens because the factors that led to gestational diabetes, such as insulin resistance, may persist even after pregnancy. Therefore, it's vital for these women to have regular medical checkups after the baby is born. Additionally, gestational diabetes can increase the risk of complications during pregnancy itself. This may include high blood pressure, hypertension, and preeclampsia, a serious condition that affects both mother and baby and can lead to severe complications if not treated. Women with gestational diabetes may also find it more challenging to control their weight during pregnancy. Complications for the baby. Babies born to mothers with gestational diabetes are at risk for several complications. In addition to macrosomia and neonatal hypoglycemia mentioned earlier, these babies may also face respiratory problems. The excess glucose can affect the development of the fetus's lungs, increasing the likelihood of breathing difficulties at birth. Another point to consider is the increased risk of long-term health problems. As mentioned, children born to mothers with gestational diabetes are more likely to develop metabolic disorders, such as obesity and type 2 diabetes, as they grow. This emphasizes the importance of maintaining healthy habits from childhood. Importance of monitoring. Given the possibility of complications, medical monitoring is essential. After being diagnosed with gestational diabetes, women should work with a healthcare team, which usually includes obstetricians, endocrinologists, and nutritionists. These professionals help create a treatment plan that may include dietary changes, physical activity, and, in some cases, the use of insulin. Regular glucose monitoring is a key part of this plan. This allows the pregnant woman to adjust her diet and physical activity as needed, helping to keep glucose levels within the ideal range. With the right approach, many women can control their gestational diabetes and have healthy pregnancies. The key is being informed about the condition and being willing to follow medical advice. If you or someone you know has gone through this experience, share your story in the comments. Let's learn from each other. Treatment for gestational diabetes. After understanding the complications associated with gestational diabetes, it's time to talk about how to treat it. The good news is that, with the right guidance, many women can manage the condition and ensure a healthy pregnancy. Let's see how it works. Medical monitoring. The first step in treatment is regular follow-up with a doctor. This typically involves visits to an obstetrician and possibly an endocrinologist specializing in diabetes. These professionals will monitor the health of the mother and baby, making adjustments to the treatment as necessary. Nutritionist consultation. A key part of the treatment is working with a nutritionist. Diet plays a crucial role in glucose control. The nutritionist will help create a meal plan that includes healthy, balanced foods appropriate for pregnancy. This usually means consuming more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins while reducing the intake of simple sugars and refined carbohydrates. The goal is to ensure the mother gets all the necessary nutrients without causing glucose levels to spike. Eating controlled portions and having meals at regular intervals is also important. Glucose monitoring. Another vital aspect of treatment is glucose monitoring. Pregnant women may need to use a glucose meter, a small device that measures blood glucose levels. Generally, Mothers should check their glucose levels after fasting in the morning and after main meals. This helps to understand how food and daily activities affect blood sugar levels. If glucose levels are higher than recommended, the doctor may suggest adjustments to the diet or exercise routine. Physical activity. Regular physical activity is an important component of treating gestational diabetes. Exercise can help improve insulin sensitivity and control glucose levels. However, it's essential that pregnant women choose safe and suitable activities for pregnancy. Walking, swimming, and low-impact exercises are often recommended. Always consult a doctor before starting any exercise program. Insulin use. In some cases, even with a healthy diet and exercise, glucose levels may remain elevated. In these instances, the doctor may prescribe insulin. Using insulin doesn't mean that the mother has permanent diabetes. It's a tool to help control blood sugar during pregnancy. Pregnant women typically learn to administer insulin themselves, and it becomes a part of their daily routine. Emotional support. In addition to physical treatment, emotional support is crucial. Having gestational diabetes can be stressful, and many women may feel anxious or overwhelmed. Talking to friends, family, or even a mental health professional can help manage these feelings. Support groups can also be a great option for sharing experiences and getting valuable tips. With the right treatment, many women can manage gestational diabetes and have healthy pregnancies. The key is medical monitoring, a balanced diet, glucose monitoring, and exercise. And of course, it's important to remember that each woman is unique, so following the doctor's advice is essential to ensure the health of both mother and baby. Postpartum follow-up and prevention of type 2 diabetes. After understanding how to treat gestational diabetes, it's essential to discuss what happens after childbirth. While many women no longer have diabetes after pregnancy, follow-up and prevention are crucial for long-term health. Postpartum tests. After the baby is born, it's important for women who had gestational diabetes to have control tests to check if their glucose levels have returned to normal. Typically, the doctor recommends a glucose test 6 to 12 weeks after delivery. This test helps confirm whether the woman no longer has diabetes and can detect early signs of type 2 diabetes. It's important not to skip this step. Early diagnosis can make all the difference for future health. Increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Although many women recover from gestational diabetes, they are at a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes later in life. Studies show that up to 50% of women who had gestational diabetes may develop type 2 diabetes within 5 to 10 years after pregnancy. Therefore, it's essential to continue monitoring their health. Healthy lifestyle. Adopting a healthy lifestyle is the best way to reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. This includes a balanced diet. Continue following a healthy, balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Try to avoid processed and sugar-rich foods. A regular exercise. Maintain regular physical activity, which not only helps control weight but also improves insulin sensitivity. The World Health Organization recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate activity per week. A weight control. Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial. If a woman gained excess weight during pregnancy, it's important to work toward returning to a healthy weight gradually and safely. Regular medical monitoring. In addition to glucose testing, it's important to continue regular medical consultations. This helps monitor overall health and detect early signs of type 2 diabetes. The doctor may suggest annual glucose tests and risk assessments. Ongoing support and education. Participating in support groups and diabetes education programs can be very helpful. These resources provide valuable information and allow women to share their experiences, which can be encouraging and motivating. Awareness of symptoms. Moreover, it's essential for women to be aware of the symptoms of type 2 diabetes, such as increased thirst, frequent urination, excessive fatigue, and unexplained weight loss. If any of these symptoms appear, it's crucial to see a doctor immediately. Postpartum follow-up and prevention of type 2 diabetes are essential steps for women who had gestational diabetes. With a healthy diet, regular physical activity, and medical monitoring, it's possible to reduce the risk of future complications. Remember, health is a continuous commitment, and every small change can make a big difference. Talking to healthcare professionals, seeking support, and educating oneself about the condition are key steps to ensuring a healthy life for both mother and baby. If you found this information helpful, like the video and share it with other moms who may need to know more about gestational diabetes. Practical tips for maintaining a healthy life. Now that we've covered the importance of postpartum care and preventing type 2 diabetes, let's share some practical tips that can help women maintain a healthy and happy lifestyle. These tips are simple but can have a significant impact on long-term health. Meal planning. One effective way to maintain a healthy diet is by planning meals in advance. This helps avoid impulsive food choices and ensures that nutritious foods are part of your daily routine. Include a variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Try new recipes and discover healthy dishes you enjoy. Incorporating physical activities into daily life. Finding ways to stay active is essential. In addition to formal exercises like walking or swimming, try incorporating more movement into your daily routine. Walk whenever you can, take the stairs instead of the elevator, and consider taking small breaks throughout the day to stretch or take a quick walk. Every little effort counts. Proper hydration. Hydration is often overlooked but is crucial for health. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. Staying hydrated helps regulate blood sugar levels and boosts energy. If you find it hard to drink plain water, try adding slices of fruit or herbs to give it flavor. Portion control. Paying attention to portion sizes can help avoid overeating. Using smaller plates, measuring portions, and eating slowly can make a big difference. Remember, it's important to listen to your body and stop eating when you're satisfied, not full. Stress reduction. Stress can impact health in many ways, including blood sugar control. Practice relaxation techniques like meditation, yoga, or deep breathing. Find hobbies you enjoy that help you relax, whether it's reading, painting, or spending time with friends and family. Self-care is key. Social support. Having a support network is essential for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Share your health goals with friends and family, and don't hesitate to seek support. Joining walking groups or exercise classes can be a great way to socialize while taking care of your health. Continual education. Stay informed about diabetes and overall health. Reading books, watching educational videos, or attending workshops can help you better understand how to manage your health. The more you know, the more empowered you'll feel to make healthy decisions. Regular checkups. Don't forget to keep up with regular medical appointments, even after giving birth. Routine checkups and discussing your health with your doctor are essential to monitor any changes and take action quickly if needed. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle after gestational diabetes is an ongoing journey, but one full of rewards. With planning, education, and support, you can live a full and healthy life while minimizing the risk of type 2 diabetes and other complications. Remember, every step counts, and small changes can make a big difference. Take care of yourself and enjoy every moment with your baby. Health is a precious gift, and dedicating time to it is crucial for the well-being of the whole family. By following these tips and continuing your medical care, you're on the right path to a healthy and happy life. Final reflection on the health of mother and baby. It's essential to remember that a mother's health is directly linked to the baby's health. When the mother takes care of herself, it reflects on her ability to care for her child, creating a positive cycle of well-being. The importance of self-care. Self-care is not selfish, it's a necessity. By prioritizing physical and emotional health, mothers become more resilient and better prepared to face the challenges of motherhood. This includes taking time for themselves, whether it's to relax, practice a hobby, or simply rest. Creating healthy habits as a family. In addition to taking care of our own health, mothers can use this opportunity to teach healthy habits to their children. Cooking together, engaging in family sports, and discussing the importance of a balanced diet are ways to instill these values early on. This not only helps prevent illness but also strengthens family bonds. Engaging in support communities. Joining support groups can be an excellent way to share experiences and gain practical tips from other mothers who have gone through similar situations. These groups offer a safe space to discuss challenges, exchange healthy recipes, and even plan group physical activities. Being prepared for changes. Motherhood is full of surprises and changes. It's important to keep an open mind and adapt to new situations as they arise. There may be days when meal plans or exercise routines don't go as expected, and that's okay. The key is getting back on track with patience and determination. Celebrating small victories. Finally, don't forget to celebrate your small victories along the way. Whether it's sticking to an exercise routine, making a healthy meal, or simply finding a moment of peace amid the chaos, every achievement is important. These celebrations help maintain motivation and a positive outlook. In summary, gestational diabetes may be a challenge, but with the right approach, it can be managed to ensure a healthy pregnancy. A mother's health not only affects her but also lays the foundation for the child's health. Therefore, taking care of yourself is an act of love that benefits the whole family. Remember, knowledge is power. By educating yourself about diabetes and health, you become an advocate for both your own health and your baby's. Keep seeking information, asking questions, and don't hesitate to seek help when needed. If you need more information or support, consider talking to a healthcare professional or joining communities that offer resources and support for mothers. You are not alone on this journey, and every step toward a healthy lifestyle is a step toward a bright future for you and your baby. Hey everyone! We've reached the end of our video, and I hope you learned a lot about gestational diabetes. Remember, this condition may seem like just another worry, but it's very dangerous and can affect both the mom and the baby's health. It's super important to stay alert to the signs and keep up with medical care. Taking care of yourself means taking care of your little one. If you notice anything unusual or have questions, don't hesitate to seek help. With knowledge and precautions, you can face this challenge and ensure a healthy start for your baby's life. So, stay informed and take good care of yourselves. Gestational diabetes can be scary, but you're stronger than you think. Thanks for watching all the way through. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep receiving our content. See you in the next video.